Is your business idea truly valuable? Is my business idea really worth the time? This is a question I get all the time. And it's a very valid question, right? The sooner you validate your business idea, the better. But the question is, how? How can you validate your idea before you spend hours, before you spend tons of money and tons of effort on it? So this is what we're gonna cover in this video, because the best and most effective way to figure out if an idea works or not is by launching a beta group. So now you might be saying, Fabi, what the heck is a beta group? A beta group is literally a group of your ideal customers that you offer your product either for free or at a really good discount, and they will give you feedback on your product as they use it. And it's the most effective way, and I would always highly, highly recommend to anyone who's starting a business. So now the question is, how do you get there? So the first step is that you gotta build your fans. To determine whether your idea is really worth the effort and the time, start by talking to your customers. And I can't stress this often enough, because this is where the most product launches that fail go horribly wrong, because someone developed a product and they've never even talked to a customer. I used to do this too, even though I work in product management in my full-time job. Crazy. But when I started out, I created a leadership course for millennials, and when I launched it, it failed big time. But here's what I did. I then went to my ideal customer and was asking them about, what are your biggest struggles at work? What is it that you really want to create in your life? So I really dove deeper into their pain points and their life aspirations. And then I realized I was solving the wrong problem. I actually realized that my ideal customer doesn't just want to climb up the corporate ladder, they actually seek freedom. They want to have the ability to make money while they're asleep and doing something that's impactful and meaningful. And they want to have the flexibility to travel wherever the heck they want to travel to. So that's when I realized, they actually don't really want to climb up the corporate ladder. They want to exit the corporate ladder. So this is really key, right? Because once you really understand the problem as well as the ideal outcome, your product then becomes the bridge to transform from the before to the after, if that makes sense. So the best way you can go about this to get to know your customer is conduct surveys, or just take some of your ideal customers out for a coffee and make sure to take tons of notes. And then the next step is to provide valuable content for at least 30 days in a row. So that means start sending direct messages, initiate conversations with your ideal customers, and if your time schedule allows it, and I really highly recommend it, pick one social platform where your ideal customer hangs out the most and that you also use the most, and then provide 30 days of valuable content for free. And really make sure to focus on them and not focus on you. Once you talk to your customer and you figure out what their pain points are and posted valuable content around their pain points and their desired outcome, the next step is to create a new Google survey. So when launching your beta group, the first task is to kind of create an application, because you want to get an ideal customer who gives you really feedback and who has the problem. You can do it in a way where you offer coaching for free or access to your online course for free, but the big piece is that you make it very crystal clear that there are 3 commitments that your ideal customer gets to do. The first one is they get to fill out the Google survey. The second one is they commit throughout the process to give you feedback. And the third piece is they offer you a testimonial if they get results. And this is really key. You gotta get them results. Don't ask for a testimonial if you haven't gotten the results. And the big piece is, the number one question I always get after this is, should I charge for this? If you haven't established credibility in the market yet with this new space that you're in, I would advise against not charging, right? Charging, yes, because your customer is paying with their time, right? So they still are paying a price, and just don't forget about this. This is really, really key. Okay, now the next step is, what is the product that you're gonna use, right? Because should you create an online course? Should you create a membership, or like one-on-one coaching? Like, what is it? And there are so many different options. If you don't know how to monetize your audience, by the way, there's a really good video I filmed. I'm gonna make sure to link it here. But the biggest piece is, for instance, an ebook is really good for like a closed problem, like how to find your niche, for instance, or how to lose weight in 30 days. A membership is more like you're solving a problem over an extended period of time. This is why I created Side Hustle School, right? Because it takes time to grow your business and there's so many obstacles along the way, so I wanted to keep you motivated. So that's why I chose a membership. And I remember when I had the membership, I literally was like, oh, this would be a cool idea to do. And I only posted about it on my Instagram, and then I sent out a few emails and I got my first customers. So when you start launching your beta group, it's really key to get at least 10 people into your beta group. And here's why. Because there will be drop-offs. Some people don't take it seriously because they don't pay. When they pay attention. But they don't pay, then they pay less attention. It's really interesting to know this because I recently heard the statistic that only less than 5% of people purchasing an online course actually complete it, which is pretty insane. Now, you might be asking, but Fabi, what will the membership or online course be about? And this is where you go back to your survey, right? You identify what your ideal customer is struggling with the most, right? And also what their desired outcome is. And so that's how you then kind of reverse engineer what they really need. So for me, for instance, it was like finding time while working in a highly demanding 9-to-5 job, right? Not slacking off work and maintaining a really good reputation. So this became the first step in my framework, which is building the base. How do you optimize your 9-to-5 to get actually your next promotion while working on your side hustle without spending more time? It's a pretty cool framework. Anyhow, the other piece too that I know a lot of my first-time entrepreneurs struggle with is building an audience. So then I created building an audience as one module in my membership. So here's another really pro tip, and I wish someone gave me that one earlier. Don't film everything first. So for instance, if you have like an idea about an online course or something else, right? Don't just film it. Wait until you have your beta group in place. And then literally every week you can just ask them like, what is it that you're struggling with, right? And you go back to the survey results, and those topics will then become your videos. And you kind of co-creating it with your beta group. And this has so many benefits because first of all, they're creating the course or the membership with you. So they're way more likely to refer this product to their friends. Think about it, right? Because you have more skin in the game. So this is the beauty of a beta group. The other thing too with the beta group is really that sometimes you think something has value to you, but it actually doesn't have value, versus something that you thought didn't really have a lot of value, has a lot of value to your ideal customer. So this is why it's so key to really co-create with your ideal customer when they're in your beta group. So once you're done with your beta group, and I would recommend 4 to 6 weeks max, then, and it's really key, you gotta follow up and see if you got them results. And if you didn't get them results, why? And if you got them results, you wanna have a testimonial. Yes. And then you use that testimonial then for your sales page. And when you work on your sales page, you make sure that you look at your pain point library that we talked about earlier and copy paste all of the pain points in there. And also the pain points that you learned through talking to your customers. Really key. So once you're done with the beta group, it's really key to figure out, did you get them results? If you didn't get them results, iterate and run another beta group. This is really key. You can't be successful if you don't get results to your ideal. If you don't get results for your ideal customer, it's just not gonna happen. And if you did get them results, then you ask them for testimonials. And feel free to follow up several times, sometimes like 3 to 4 times, but be persistent because social proof is the #1 key to really making sure that your next launch will make you money. Because if you don't have any social proof, it's gonna be really, really hard. I mean, have you ever bought anything from someone that you don't know and there was no social proof? No. So, and once you're done with your beta group and you got your testimonials in, it's time to launch. And if you want to have another video about how to launch your product the best way possible, then just comment below and I will make sure to film that for you next. And if you're interested in other passive income tutorials, make sure to check out these videos next, because we're here to build a life full of financial and personal freedom. This is what this channel is all about. And if you love this and if it resonates with you, make sure to hit the subscribe button.